Hey, tell me if this happens to you, but I see this like a common thing in so many relationships where people get frozen. People want to say something to one another. People want to say something to their partner in a relationship, and they plan and they sit by themselves and they think about it. But when they get in the same room, when they get in the same space, face to face and see one another, they forget. They kind of get frozen. They kind of basically the meaning of what they wanted to say to each other kind of gets lost behind the words that they can't find. So they kind of get frozen in the moment, and it sort of backfires, really. So it's interesting to think about, how to communicate and really almost find ways of asking the right questions, even when you can't find those correct words. So this one great example, I was just talking to a couple, and specifically a wife wasn't sure how to approach the topic of her trauma. She had a lot of childhood trauma and a lot of traumatic experiences in her life, but she didn't know how to talk about those with her husband. She didn't know how to bring them up, and he actually did not know how to ask her about those, because it's a difficult thing to ask. So they were both like, how do we start that conversation? Not even in therapy, but at home. And one question we came up with, I was working with her, and we came up with this question: what pain do you wish you could take away from you? She asked him, she kind of worked on this question, and she said, what pain you wish you could take away from me? And he really had to think about the answer, because this is such a telling question. This is such a deep request. What pain you wish you could take away from me?